The story of Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam. The Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam lived in the city of Madian, which is located in Jordan now. At that time, the people disbelieved in Allah and committed various disobediences, such as plowing and seizing human property that plunged them. They also worshipped a dense tree called Ika. They have bad dealings with humans, cheating in buying and selling and reducing measures and weights. So Allah sent them an apostle from among them named Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam. He invited them to worship Allah and not commit shirk, forbade them to reduce their measure and weight, and forbade them to indulge in extravagance, and forbade other bad deeds. Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam said to them, O my people! Worship Allah, there is no God for you who has the right to be worshipped besides Him. Indeed, clear evidence has come to you from your Lord. So perfect measures and weights, and do not reduce for humans the goods of measures and weights, and do not do mischief on earth after Allah has repaired it. That is better for you if you are truly believers. And do not sit on every street frightening and blocking believers from Allah's path, and wishing Allah's path to be crooked, etc. Quran Surah Al-Araf, 85. Thus the Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam continued to preach to his people and explain the truth to them, but only a few believed, while most of them were infidels. Even so, he did not give up on their refusal. He even remained patient in preaching to them and reminding them of Allah's infinite blessings. However, his people still did not accept his advice and preaching. They even said to the Prophet Syu'aib while making fun of, O Syu'aib! Does your prayer tell you to leave what our forefathers worshipped or forbid us to do what we want with our property? Verily, you are a very kind and intelligent person. Quran Surah Hud, 87. Then the Prophet Syu'aib denied them with subtle sentences while inviting them to the truth. O my people! What do you think if I have clear evidence from my Lord and He grants me good sustenance from Him, should I violate His commandments? And I do not wish to offend you by doing what I forbid. I do not intend except bring improvement as long as I can. And there is no tawfiq for me except with help, Allah. I put my trust only in Allah, and only to Him will I return. Quran Surah Hud, 88. Such was the Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam. He preached with strong arguments, so that he was called Kathibul Anbiya, speech expert from among the prophets. Furthermore, he said to them to frighten them with Allah's punishment and invited them to return to Allah. O my people, do not be the conflict between me and you, to cause you to become evil so that you are overwritten by punishment like that which befell the people of Noah or the people of Hud or the people of Salah, while the people of Lut are not, also, far, time and place, from you. And ask forgiveness of your Lord, then repent to Him. Verily, my Lord is most merciful, most gracious. Quran Surah Hud, 89-90. So they threatened to punish him. They said, O Syu'aib! We do not understand much about what you are saying, and indeed we see that you are a weakling among us. Were it not for your family we would have stoned you, and you are not a strong man by our side. Quran Surah Hud, 91. Syu'aib replied, O my people, is my family more honorable in your eyes than Allah, while Allah you make behind, don't care about? Verily, the knowledge of my Lord includes what you do. Quran Surah Hud, 91. Furthermore, the Prophet Syu'aib frightened them with Allah's punishment if they persisted in their misguidance and disobedience, but his people instead responded to the threat by threatening him and giving them a choice: follow their religion or leave their city with people who believe or who follows him. But the Prophet Syu'aib and those who believed with him remained firm in their faith and submitted their affairs to Allah. So his people accused him of being a sorcerer and a liar. Quran Surah As-Syu'ara, 185-186, and made fun of the punishment he threatened, and even asked for punishment to be hastened. Their leaders also said to others, surely if you follow Syu'aib, of course you will be the losers. Quran Surah Al-Araf, 90. Until finally the Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam prayed to his Lord, O our Lord, make a decision between us and our people with haqq, fair, and you are the best decision maker. Quran Surah Al-Araf, 89. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam to get out of the city with the believers because the punishment would befall his people. Then Allah sent them hot weather that made the plants dry, the wells dry, and the milk of the animals ran out. So the people went out looking for coolness. Then they found a black cloud which they thought was rain and mercy, so they gathered under it. Then scorching sparks and burning fire fell on them so that it burned them all. The earth shook and they were hit by a thunderous sound that took their lives so that they became corpses that lay strewn about. After that incident, the Prophet Syu'aib left them saying, "O my people! Verily, I have conveyed to you the messages of my Lord and I have advised you. Then how shall I grieve for those who disbelieve?" Thus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends them various forms of punishment and calamity because of their bad nature and actions. Allah sent them an earthquake in return because they threatened to expel the Prophet Syu'aib and his followers, Quran Surah Al-Araf, 91. He also delivered a thunderous sound in return for their mockery of their Prophet, Quran Surah Hud, 87. And he also inflicted on them the shade of a cloud from which sparks came out in response to their request to be afflicted with punishment in the form of a lump from the sky, Quran Surah Asy Surah, 187-188. Allah saved Prophet Syu'aib Alaihissalam and those who believed with him, he said, and when our punishment came, we saved Syu'aib and those who believed with him with mercy from us, and those who were unjust were destroyed by one voice that thundered, and so they lay dead in their housestead as if they had never dwelt in that place. Remember, destruction for the inhabitants of Madian as the mud have perished. Quran Surah Hud, 94-95.